Hello, crafters! Today we are looking at Isaiah chapter 6, this wonderful passage where we see not only the power of God, but the call of Isaiah, who realizes that, wow, he is so unworthy and yet can be used by God. And we're going to celebrate that with kind of a two-part craft today that also happens to be a game for your students. So hopefully you'll figure it out as we go, and don't mind the spit bubble noises made by the 6-month-old. He's just contributing to the conversation. Anyways, let's get to work. The first part of this craft slash game is going to be a puppet. So we're going to make in Isaiah Send Me Puppet. Pretty simple standard paper bag puppet is what we're going to work with here. And so we're going to start off by giving him a face. Now, you can have Google eyes or you can just draw your eyes, however you'd like to do that. And we're going to have his mouth kind of in an open-mouthed kind of thing here because he's really excited about saying, send me, send me. So here's our Isaiah. I'm going to give him some hair. I don't know if he had a beard at this point, but you know, we'll give him something. Here we are. And we can draw or cut and paste some clothing for him. But I'm going to have it be kind of like he's got this robe thing going on. And one of his hands is going to actually be holding something, which you'll see momentarily. So I'm going to make a little prop over here. And we're going to have Puppet Isaiah holding a little sign that says, of course, as he said, "Here am I, send me." And we can reference what we're talking about here. And I'm going to stick that on a popsicle stick with glue or tape, and I can add that to my craft as an extra little something something. You don't have to do that part. That's just kind of, you know, for fun. Next up, so that's kind of part one of my craft game. Part two gets a little more complex. So here we're going to be making the coal and tongs. And this is going to become the Isaiah coal and tongue relay, as it were. So we're going to start by making our tongs. Now what you're going to want to do is have a clothespin. There's a couple ways that you can do this, but I'm going to show you clothespin, which I think is the simplest method. You can also use like chopsticks with a rubber band, or you can use spoons, but I think the clothespin kind of works best and simplest. I have already done the work of hot gluing some large popsicle sticks to my clothespin. So you would want to go ahead and do that. Hot glue is probably going to be the best as far as getting it to stay on there. You can use regular size or jumbo size popsicle sticks, and you're just going to attach one to either side. If you're short on time or don't want to get out the hot glue gun, you can also use duct tape, or even Scotch tape will probably do. But of course, if you want to hide it and just have it look cool, you use your hot glue. So I've done that. Now, if you want to make these even more fun, we can add some decorations. So we can throw on some fun stickers to my tongs just to kind of jazz it up a little bit. You know, you can write someone's name here. You can write the verse reference here. Whatever you'd like to do. Make it kind of fun and festive that way. And then I'm also going to have a bowl. So this is going to be my coal bucket in a sense. Now, if you would like to, you can also decorate this. I'm going to add a couple of things. So I'm going to label this. I'm going to write holy coal and reference Isaiah chapter 6. And we can throw some stickers on here as well if you want to make it kind of extra cool and fun. And again, the decoration is optional according to how much time and attention span you have to work with. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to create the coal, and then I'll show you how this all goes together. So I'm going to use aluminum foil. You could use small pieces of paper or like some kind of a tissue paper as well, but I'm going to use foil because it seems kind of coolish to me. I'm going to just rip off some pretty small pieces here. And then I'm going to scrunch them into little balls. You don't want these to be too big, and you'll see in a minute why you don't want them to be too big. But I'm just going to get these all scrunched up and bunched up. You can make them in kind of various shapes. They don't all have to be completely round. You could have some be a little on the flattish side. You know, coal's not all the same shape. And yes, I realize coal is usually black and this is a shiny silver, but it's just kind of fun that way. So I have my coal, and then here's how this all goes together. So the game is going to be transferring the coal pieces from my bucket or bowl of coal. I guess bowl of coal sounds even better. And I'm going to be transferring it from that bucket to my puppet, to my Isaiah. Now, a couple ways that you can do this. There are actually several variations you could take on this game. So you could have people work in pairs, and you could actually toss this. You could have someone hold the Isaiah and try to catch it. That's an extra challenging kind of a level. Or the other way, that is probably the simplest, is going to be open your paper bag, Isaiah, and have him open this way. Now, I realize that this means that we are not putting the coal to his lips. In fact, we're putting the coal on the bottom end of things. That's a new version of a colonoscopy, am I right? No. But, you know, you get the idea. It's an easier opening. So it's up to you how you would like to maneuver that portion of things. But the idea is that you are going to use your tongs, or the kids are going to use their tongs, to put the coal from their bowl into their bag. Puppet guy. And you can have this be a relay where they have to run back and forth across the room and use the tongs to bring the coal back. Or you can have it be a speed race and have a whole bunch of pieces in here and time it and give the kids a time limit to see who can transfer the most pieces of coal within their minute or 30 seconds or what have you. Or if you've got really little guys, this can just be a good fine motor exercise where they're just working on moving the coal from spot to spot, and that can be fun as well. Or they can also incorporate some math and count it as they do it. So lots of variations, ways you can go about this. Or if you don't want to go to all that, you just have your Isaiah puppet, or you have your bucket of coal and tongs, however you would prefer to do it. As always, it's very adaptable, just hoping to give you an idea, tools that you can use to share this wonderful story and remind students of how we can all be called to share the good news. So hopefully that's a fun way to share Isaiah chapter 6 and a couple of crafts along with a game activity as well. So enjoy, adjust, change, do what you will. Now go make some crafts, make some disciples. Join us again and have a wonderful week. We will see you next time.